I've never been in denial, literally. I've never been to Egypt, in honesty. One of the longest rivers in the world, they say. It's true, but it's not the sort of place I want to go to. It might be the desert, what can I say? There's some lovely artefacts for other people to see in the modern day. I can watch it on TV, literally, so I don't want to go to the markets and buy bric-a-brac, but that is not me. Because as a poet, I'd like to say, I've just been to Budapest, that was more than okay. I actually enjoyed it, and the people were nice and kind, it's true. And they had pubs, and that's what a poet likes to do. I like a pint or two, it's true. And sometimes I might go to the palace. It's called a pub to me and you. Whereas a British subject, I've got to say, they're changing the palace, they're going to spend billions on it, by the way. Well, the taxpayers are going to spend billions on it, it's true. And it's a bit expensive, but what can you do? But as a real poet, literally, I've just come back from Budapest, as I did say, in Hungary. Their houses are far more beautiful and clean, it's true. And I think they pay for them themselves. I think the Queen should too. Because as a poet, literally, I think she's in the desert of her own world, in honesty. The rest of us struggle along in a desert life, it's true. And life can be hard no matter what you do. It's hard to get life right, literally. But if you're in a desert, there's no pub, so you will never see me. I'm an old poet, literally, and I like to go to the pub, in honesty. I'll travel the world, literally, as long as there's somewhere, a pub. I can have a little chat with nice people I've been on my way. That's what I like to do. But when you look at the world and the forests, it's true, the devastation that we do, and as a poet, literally, I think we should replant a lot of their trees, in honesty. It's just common sense to me, it's true, but man seems too greedy and we don't know what to do. We just chop them down, literally, because we want the money instantaneously. They might have took hundreds of years to grow, it's true, but we're killing the forests and we don't have a clue. They say the climate's changing, literally. Well, it is in America, with the politicians, in honesty. It's not up to me to judge them, it's true. But the Mayan temples had gold through and through. They used to pray to God of gold, literally, and kill innocent people, in honesty. They didn't have a clue, in honesty, as I've got to say. What a waste of good gold and temples and building that way. They built them buildings, literally, to praise the God that did not exist, in honesty. All that effort, I've got to say, and they're still there, in the middle of a jungle. And nobody sees them in the modern day. Hardly anybody sees them, it's true. But what a waste of good building work and structures too. I'd arrive buildings like where people are going to live, it's true. Even chimpanzees or monkeys in the zoo. They live in the forest, literally. But they can be violent creatures, in honesty. They're a bit like humans, it's true. We can be bad and good, whichever we want to do. But as a poet, literally, I wouldn't want to live in a jungle, but that's just me. It's the thought of it, it's true. There's no pub and nothing to do. No TV for me. I would rather be in a pub or in a hotel with a TV behind me. And you look at the bridges in London, it's true. The Tower of London, oh, what a beautiful view. You see the amazing structure, it's true. It's been there for hundreds of years. The Americans thought of bought that one too. But as a poet, I've got to say, no one's going to buy that bridge in the modern day. It's a work of art, it's literally, and it's going to be there in time immemorial for me. Because as a real poet, literally, I've got to say, it's an amazing structure, in honesty. I can't remember when it was built, literally, but it's a privilege to see it, and I've seen it in the modern day, and the building work is honestly. It's a bit like the waterfalls, it's true, the waterfalls, and people don't have a clue. I have a dynamo there, literally, getting electricity, but that's me, and it's true. I just think of all that water, clean water wasted, there's people dying of thirst too. But as a poet, you've got to say, the waterfalls should have regeneration for electricity that way. There should be turbines. What can you do? A few turbines, it wouldn't cost much to do. They'll give the local people electricity, because in America, they use a lot of turbines for the electricity. The simple reason is obviously clear. New York has a lot of people, and it's quite dear. So they have the big turbines, it's true, for electricity travelling, so they can see at night too. But as a poet, I've got to say, we do seem to waste a lot of electricity in the modern day. We have the lights on at night, it's true, when everyone's asleep, or at least there should be, that's what I say to you. So as a poet, I've got to say, I do like the look of penguins, in honesty. They look so beautiful, it's true, but the biscuits are a bit naff, but what can you do? I do like penguins, and there's different sorts, literally. There's some that live in hot countries, in honesty. They live on rocks, and you know what they say. Genetically, it just doesn't seem right in the modern day. But they like their life, they must like it, it's true, because they breathe there regular on the hot rocks too. But as a poet, I've got to say, when I think of penguins, I always think of the Arctic that way. They're sort of an Arctic bird, it's true, but some live in warm climates, some like cold too. But when you see the cold, I've got to say, it makes me shake in the modern day. I'm not into cold, literally. I like the warm sunshine, that is me. Because as a poet, I've got to say, I just like the sunshine and a nice quiet beer with a good company and a bit of paddock. That's what I like to say. And I've travelled the world, literally, the hard way, in honesty. I've done my best as only I can do. But apparently, life's a stage. So, all I can say is, I've done my best to apply for Britain's Got Talent 5 times, too many too. Oh, and I've tried so many TV shows, literally, but apparently they're interested in poetry. So as a poet, I've got to say, it's not my fault you're not intellectual enough to understand it anyway. So all the best from me to thee, and thank you, and I hope you appreciate my poetry. And to the viewers who watch me on YouTube, I'd just like to say, thank you for your support in the modern day. Thank you.